It was nice. So we pulled them aside. Everybody was dressed up to the nines, but just asked them, quite honestly, or the tens, but asking point blank, why? Just like you said, why is it important for you to be here together, not individually? And we've got some really interesting questions because you've heard it from us before. You've heard us say time and time again that you need to build an iron tribe. And when we say iron tribe, it's off of Proverbs 27:17, where we talk about as iron sharpens iron.
We as couples should be sharpening each other.
Now, that's not the actual scripture.
I was about to say, that's not the scripture. That was our little spin on it for MIC.
Right, exactly. So it's like we believe as iron sharpens iron, one man sharpens the countenance of another. But we also say that couples should be sharpening each other. And as a result of that, we decided to get some video. And I know you're tired of us saying it, but to hear from different people's perspectives from around the United States. A large portion of them came out of the Bay Area.
Okay, first of all, they're not tired of us saying anything.
No, I mean, but you've heard it from us, right?
Yes.
And we want you to hear it from somebody else other than
ourselves.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Whether you've been married 1 or 20 plus years, at some point you realize you married into crazy. And that's what our show is all about. If your marriage or relationship is compassionate, real, accountable, zealous and yielding, or just plain crazy, Snooks and Lovey offer love, laughter, and a dose of reality as they unpack this thing called marriage. Sit back, relax, and get your ear hustle on. It's time to start the conversation.
Welcome back to another episode of the Married into Crazy podcast with Snooks and Lovey.
I'm Snooks.
I'm Lovey. And we welcome you back to the podcast. For those of you that have been rocking with us for a while, you know that this is a podcast that's about all things marriage. And we approach it from a very unique perspective, right? We talk about being married into crazy. And what does crazy stand for?
Compassionate, real, accountable, zealous, and yielding.
And we've discovered through our adventures over the last 30 years being married that it takes a whole lot of being crazy. Exactly what she just talked about. And our story is crazy. You have to go back and take a listen. But in a snapshot, we went through some things. And just to give you like 5 bullet points or 4 bullet points, look, we met, we were forced into meeting each other.
4 months later, we were engaged, even though I didn't like him at first. 4 months later, we were engaged. A week after our engagement, my ex-boyfriend miraculously showed up as a stalker. And then he tried to assault me, stabbed him through the heart. 2 open heart surgeries later, we eventually made it down the aisle.
And then 4 years later,
okay,
somebody asked for a divorce, and it wasn't me.
Somebody. I'm the only other person.
That's true.
I told him I wanted a divorce.
It was her.
Why did we say ask for a divorce?
She demanded.
Father, can I get a divorce, please?
Pretty much. It was like, look, we were at Morton's. I'm not going to get into it. We were at dinner on our 4-year anniversary, and she was like, can I have a divorce, please? She's like, yeah. The waiter came around, and he was like, is there anything else I can get you? She was like, yes, I'd like a divorce. And I was like, bruh, give it to her, and you ain't getting a tip.
That's not what happened. So obviously, we did not get divorced. What we did discover is that going through our journey of finding our way back to each other, there were things that we were looking for, resources. We did counseling. We did some coaching, would you say? We read books.
We bought books.
We bought books.
I didn't read them.
Well,
she read them.
I read.
I didn't.
So, but we found that there were some blind spots and there are gaps that needed to be filled in, I should say. And that's kind of how crazy came about back then. I had to learn how to be more compassionate in our situation, still being real, hold each other accountable, remember the zealousness that we had, but also be yielding in our relationship to each other.
And it wasn't just her. I had to do the exact same thing.
Well,
and so
we know it wasn't just me.
Well, we didn't know that. But anyway, no, it's one of those things where through that journey, God saw us through it. And we surrounded ourselves with some individuals that really truly believed, not just in us individually, but also in the covenant of marriage, and opened our eyes to like, we both had to elevate, and we did that. And that's when we decided that we wanted to become the couple that we needed when we were going through those dark times. And that's how it came about. That's when we got our certifications to be life coaches, DISC certifications, to be able to apply DISC as part of our process. And then we went through level 1, level 2, Gottman couples therapy. So we take all of that, and that contributes to our coaching platform. We have what we call the 4D marriage intelligence system. right? And it's our coaching that we use to actually help other couples from all over the United States. And we've even had some couples that were over in Europe as well. But it's not about us. This podcast is about you. We bring you some stories that we've either experienced, that we've gone through, and we have a lot of fun. But we also bring you subject matter experts that actually contribute to marriage. And then a lot of times we love to bring you other couples so they can talk about how they were able to bridge, their challenges and get to a loving, lasting marriage.
But that's not what we're going to talk about today.
Okay, it's not. What are we going to talk about?
Today we are going to talk about
Football
the fabulous Oh man, I can't wait. The fabulous weekend that we just had.
Yes.
It's called what was called the Kings of Accountability. Well, not Kings Accountability Group
Get it straight.
reunion. Back up, killer.
No, it is. So the Kings Accountability Group, who happened to be an ongoing sponsor of the Married into Crazy Winter Ball and Marriage Conference, which is coming up again in February 2027, February 5th and 6th. Mm-hmm. They are going to be sponsors yet again. But we are an international men's group for men of color that actually stand in the gap for each other in a variety of ways, mentally, spiritually, physically, emotionally. We have what we call our 5 pillars. I'm not going to go into, but what we do is we support each other. And you've got so many different backgrounds. You got guys that may have just, been multimillionaires. There's a gentleman that used to own airlines. There's another guy that had some difficulties. We have guys that graduated from high school, some from college, some that just got out the pen. We've got a variety of men. But in this group, nobody is greater than the other. Mm-hmm. And we stand up for each other, but we also hold each other accountable. We are lions, and we celebrate each other as that, and this is our pride. And we welcome men of color that come from disadvantaged backgrounds, traditionally disadvantaged backgrounds, to show you that there's a safe place where you can actually come, hang out, and be who you are, but also learn to elevate into who God says that you are as well.
Okay. Clock it.
Okay, yeah. So that's our group. But we come together annually.
Annually, yeah.
One time, somewhere in the United States. Last year we were in Dallas. This year we're in Walnut Creek, California. Mm-hmm. And the beauty of it is it's not just us, the guys, coming together. We said that if we're coming together, it's so important because we are, those of us that are married, are family men. And we didn't believe in leaving our families behind in order for us to come and congregate. So we said, let's bring our families with us. So it's really a CAG family reunion.
So during the reunion, they allowed us to take some space.
Allowed. I like that.
Oh, I thought you was all saying, did I see something wrong? But they allowed us to take some space and, bring in, because married and crazy couples are our business, and bring in couples to just share why they thought it was important to be there to support their spouses. Because like Lovey was saying, it is a men's organization. And just what was the importance of how was it for the wives to come in or the significant others to come in and be there for their guys? It
was nice. So we pulled them aside. Everybody was dressed up to the nines. But just ask them, quite honestly, or the tens, but asking point blank, why? Mm-hmm. Just like you said, why is it important for you to be here together, mm-hmm. not individually? And we've got some really interesting questions because you've heard it from us before. You've heard us say time and time again that you need to build an iron tribe. And when we say iron tribe, it's off of Proverbs 27:17, where we talk about as iron sharpens iron.
We as couples should be sharpening each other.
Now, that's not the actual scripture.
I was about to say, that's not the scripture. That was our little spin on it for MIC.
Right, exactly. So it's like we believe as iron sharpens iron, one man sharpens the countenance of another. But we also say that couples should be sharpening each other. Mm-hmm. And as a result of that, we decided to get some video. And I know you're tired of us saying it, but to hear from different people's perspectives from around the United States. A large portion of them came out of the Bay Area.
Okay, first of all, they're not tired of us saying anything.
No, but you've heard it from us, right?
Yes.
And we want you to hear it from somebody else other than ourselves.
So what? Again, they allowed us to take some space, and we were able to capture about 12 couples, I think it was.
Yep,
and we just kind of got their perspectives on why they felt that it was important to be here for their spouses, or either with their spouse or for their spouse. So the question was posed, both men and women, they each answered the question. So we want to just share a little take of that with you all right now.
Yep. So what do they say in the movies? Roll the film.
Okay, hey fam. Glad you guys are here. Hello. So tell us your name and where you all are from. Sorry.
We are Jacqueline and John Brown, and we are from Livermore, California.
Okay, and Jacqueline and John, or John and Jacqueline, how long have you all been married?
We have been married for 29 years and together for 31.
Let's go. That's what I'm talking about.
That's what's up.
Yes.
This is an incredible event that you two have actually ventured to.
Yes.
And, so this is the King's Accountability Group, right? It's the family reunion. This happens every single year across the United States. It just happens to be in Walnut Creek this year. Can you tell the audience, people out there, why it's so important for the two of you, not just singularly to show up, but to show up as a married couple at events like this?
Well, first of all, we want to represent each other. We don't do anything apart for the most part. We are always together doing stuff.
I love it.
We think it's important for us to show up also to help other couples see what it's like for a couple who loves, likes, and respects each other.
Yeah, absolutely. And like John said, we're together a lot of times together. We are business partners, we're friends. And we're a couple. And so, actually, we were just talking about this yesterday, how we're with more couples that have been married for long term than not. And so we want to continue to represent particularly black couples that stay together and love being together and enjoying each other. That's the best thing that you can have, is to have a partner that you really enjoy spending time with.
Agreed.
That's right. Let's go.
So he's got the code. He's got the cheat code.
He does.
He said,
he let her talk.
yes,
and
dear.
He agreed. Take notes, babe.
All right, fantastic. Thank you for stopping by and enjoy the rest of your
All
evening.
right, you guys are doing a great job. We appreciate Married into Crazy.
Married into Crazy.
Thank you.
Yes.
We appreciate
And
y'all.
Lovey.
Yes. I love it.
Thank you. Have a great evening.
Hey, let's go, fam. Let's go, fam.
Hey, Married into Crazy. Come on.
So give us your name and tell us where you all are from.
I'm Patrice.
Richard.
We're from everywhere. Residing in Lathrop right
Thank
now.
you, residing in Lathrop. How long have you been married?
We're reaching 1 year next month, August 14th.
Okay, that's what's up.
Love it. Go ahead.
So we're just curious. So, you know what? Thank you for stopping by. And more importantly, thank you for actually coming to the King's Accountability Group family reunion.
Right.
So it's important for people to know that there are men that come from a variety of different backgrounds that are coming together to lift each other up.
Yes.
But I've noticed that there are a lot of couples that are here as well.
Yes.
Why would you say, and I'd love to hear from both of you, why it's important to not just be here to support King's Accountability Group, but to come here as a couple?
I'll go because this is his baby. When I met Rich, this is the thing he was dedicated to at the time. And the dedication for me just showed me, okay, you can be this in family, you can be this as a husband. He never missed a Sunday call since we've been together 4+ years. But just to be able to show up to represent him and love on him as he loves his community, loves his brothers, it's just an amazing event to see. And it's accountability, right? This is what we're here for. So to be able to have this whole brothers hold him accountable as a husband, as a father, as a businessman, that's what it's all about.
Yes. And from a man's perspective, a husband's perspective, brother, a father, we're not complete without the other half. And CAG has so many men looking and striving to have the best relationship. What is it to just be in a relationship, right? There's so many dope dads and dope husbands. You're inspired, you're motivated. And you got the cheat code, because this is a phone call away every Sunday. And on the sideline, you can tap in and be like, hey, what's something that you do that helps you with X, Y, Z? I had a hard time commuting. I'm a super commuter, right? 2.5 hours in the car, and I had to tap in and just ask for guidance. And I had asked, like Ernie was saying, be intentional. And I got it through CAG. I mean, me and JB, who's behind the camera, talked about this super commute and how to restructure it to see a positive of what I was commuting for, my why. So that was a beautiful thing, and that's only in CAG.
Fantastic. You know what? I love your answers. Look, we don't want to take up too much more of your evening. Do us a favor. Go in there, have a phenomenal time. And you know what? Live that life.
I'll see you on the dance
Hold
floor.
on, before we go, can I do my dance? Can I do my dance, baby? Hey, let me do my dance.
Love you guys.
Hey, thanks for stopping by. Can you tell us your names and where you're from?
Okay, Ron.
Where are you from?
And where you're from?
No. My name's Heather. I'm from Napa.
Oh, Napa, fantastic.
Fairfield.
That's a long way. Oh, how long of a drive is it from Napa to Walnut Creek?
With no traffic, like 35 minutes. Traffic, sometimes like an hour. Depends what time, but...
Fantastic. So you took some time to actually drive in and attend the King's Accountability Group family reunion.
Yeah.
Can you tell us what King's Accountability Group means to you and why it's so important to bring your other half here?
Well, for me, King's Accountability is basically taking responsibility and accountability for your life, how you live your life, how you move. The gentleman that I get to, congregate with teach me so I can be able to bring it home to, my lady and everything else and know how to foster a household.
Fantastic. And why is it so important to actually bring your other half with you as well?
To show her off, she's beautiful, and also, to show her what I'm a part of. So she knows where I get my habits. She knows the things that I'm learning.
And why is it important for you to be here with him?
I want to make sure he knows I support him in anything he does, even if I'm super uncomfortable, which happens a lot. But I'm just really proud of him, so I want to make sure I'm always with him to show that.
You guys are a beautiful couple. You have no reason to be uncomfortable or anything. See what I go through? Okay. So you guys look great. Thank you so much for stopping by and just giving us a word.
Thank you.
All right, enjoy your evening.
Hello, and thank you for stopping by today. Can you tell us your names and where you guys are from?
My name is Emma, and I am from San Bruno, California.
And I am Anthony Manalo, and I am also in San Bruno, California.
So are you married or?
Yeah, we are married.
Okay, let's get that.
We've been married
straight.
for 2 years, I believe 8 months, about 13 hours and 12 minutes at this point.
Oh, I love it. I love it.
Marriage.
October, right?
October.
Okay, I remember that. So tell me, why is it important for you all to be here together at this event today, this weekend?
I think I've been reflecting on the fact that to see my husband surrounded by other mentors, other people that can pour into him, and I feel like it gives me a lot of assurance that he has other people that are looking after him, also like providing accountability spaces, and just for him to have other brothers, uncles, mentors, and not just be me. Like he's relying on me to be his emotional support, but he has other people besides me.
Yeah.
And I'm so grateful for that.
Yeah. And then for myself, being a member of King's Accountability Group, as well as being a member of the Married into Crazy family, something that I've learned is that marriage isn't a solo sport, meaning it's not just us versus the rest of the world, but we have to make sure to have those couples that are around us that speak into our lives, speak truth into our lives. So whenever we get the opportunity, we surround ourselves with people that are just elevated, whether it's in stage of life, whether they have children or grandchildren. We want to make sure to have those people just pouring into us so we can pour outwards onto other people.
And particularly in this season of our life, we don't have kids yet, and so we are looking to gain wisdom and just knowledge from other people that are already steps ahead of us in the journey, the marriage journey, but also the family journey. And so that's why these spaces are important for us.
Fantastic. You know what? Phenomenal answers. And thank you so much for stopping by. Enjoy the rest of your evening.
Thank you guys. You look great.
Hey, thanks for stopping by. Can you give us your name and where you're from?
Leland Rubin, I'm from San Francisco.
Wajma Rubin, and I'm from Lincoln, California.
Okay, fantastic. And you came all the way out to Walnut Creek to participate in the King's Accountability Group family reunion.
Yes.
Just a quick question. We're trying to figure out.
Okay, go ahead. I'm trying to talk too.
Go ahead.
So what makes it important for you all to be here together this weekend?
Because this is a special group for me. I joined the King's Accountability Group through my brother C.B. Phillips, and he brought me into this, and it's been a wealth of knowledge, the camaraderie, the wisdom, everything that we get out of it from week to week to week. So it's really become part of my life, my business life, and my spiritual life.
Okay. And what is? Oh, go ahead.
No, I was going to say, that's great why you're here. And so I think a lot of men that participate in CAG actually do that. But I'm curious, Ashman, why are you here with your husband?
Well, first of all, I wanted to say thank you guys, for creating this organization and support for, the I would say the leaders, the African American kings, in our home, because they definitely need that support. And ever since, my husband has been a part of this group, it's been definitely a blessing for us and our household as well too. So, just with the discipline, with the mentorship, with, one of the main guys, being in our business and seeing him grow and become successful in what we do, through you guys as well too. So it's just an overall blessing. So thank you guys, and definitely keep doing what you're doing.
Fantastic. Hey, we thank you for stopping by. Enjoy the rest of your evening.
Thank you.
Now you are a beautiful couple. So where are you guys from?
Thank you.
Where are you from?
Gulf.
California.
Yeah, thank you. Okay. Your names, please.
I'm Derek Wells.
We're
gonna have to restart that.
Okay, we can edit it. So you're a beautiful couple. So hey, can you give us your names and where you're from?
Derek Wells. Go ahead.
I'm Alicia Wells,
I'm Derek Wells.
and we're from Galt, California.
And that's why we need to be at events like this, so we can get on one accord. Let's go.
Amen. That was it. There we go.
No, seriously
So
though.
you can get in sync, right?
Good evening.
So what we want to do is find out, like, why are you here? I mean, the event is the King's Accountability Group, which is generally a men's group from all over the United States.
Yeah.
But you're here as a couple.
Yes, sir.
Help us understand why you are here together.
Because I support him.
Okay.
And I think it's good for her to know what these men are about, and just to kind of bring her in. Now it's actually she's gonna be able to see like where these men come from. When you got guys come from the East Coast, from the West Coast, and to support one another and the importance of brotherhood, I think that's really important, because not only are we going to experience something enlightening from these other men and just these other couples, but I think when you're getting around other couples like that, it's kind of like that osmosis effect, where it's going to start rubbing off on you guys, and you're going to be able to ask other questions, and you're going to get some nuggets, implement those nuggets.
Fantastic.
Apply those nuggets.
Well, hey, look, we appreciate you stopping by. Have a great evening, and thank you.
Hey, ask her one more question.
That's good.
Why'd she put up with you? Okay, so you saw a little bit of some of the couples, why they thought it was important. And I won't say I feel like, but what I heard was from all of them, I feel like in different ways, it was important to be there, to show their presence, to support. Most of the wives were saying I come to support my man, or I come to support him. I come to support his growth. Being able to see the people, see your significant other. Some were being honored because there were some awards that were given out. The recognition, you see other people clapping for each other, men embracing each other. So just for the wives to see that, because let's just keep it real. Sometimes you may not be able to see that softer side of your spouse when they're at home and they're grinding and, they're working and they're doing all the things. But let me tell you, when I saw these men see each other, it was just like they were little kids on the playground. I don't know if you all remember that commercial by Pacific Bell, when they say drift away, or whatever, and how the time disappears. But when they come together and they light up and they're just like, man, even though you might have just saw them 2 weeks ago, and some you only see once a year because it's a weekly call on Zoom. But when they see each other and they're embracing, and it was a beautiful sight for me to see.
It is. There's a component of, I don't want to call it childishness, because it's not that.
Yeah, they're kids, not playing.
No, but there's a component of just, the Z is zealous and being crazy. And there's a zealousness. There's an enthusiasm when we come together, and there's that zeal of just rediscovering your friends. It's like when you go out to the playground when you were a kid, and you got friends in different classes. Just because you're in the same grade, you might not be in the same class.
The same classroom.
But when it's recess and then you see each other, you run across the blacktop, to get with your friends and play. And you may not, as a kid, you may not hug and all that, but you just sit there and you're like, oh, so you just can't, and you're together again. It's like you got your crew. Well, this crew comes together from across the entire world because we have members that are over in the UK and over in Africa as well. And it's interesting that, and some of them tried to actually come, but they just didn't work out. But it's interesting to see that not only are we running across the blacktop metaphorically at this event, but we're running across with our spouses, the great majority of us in our hands. And some of them aren't married. They brought their girlfriends, right? The people that they actually are rocking with right now and hopefully taking steps toward jumping that broom with. It was a lot of fun, and so what were you going to say?
No, go ahead.
No, I said it's a lot of fun. And so you heard some of that, and we've got some more for you to listen to as well. And if you notice, it spans ethnicities as well. We said men of color. Men come in a variety of different shades and ethnicities. And so there are some people that belong to our group that regardless of ethnicity, background, socioeconomic status, it's funny how the same theme or a similar theme runs through all of these gentlemen.
Mm-hmm. I feel like, when they were talking about how they just kept saying, I support him. I want him to know I support him. It's like your presence being there, that speaks volumes. That speaks louder than me just be like, babe, I support you and I believe in you. Now I'm taking time out of doing whatever it was that I'm doing, changing some plans. Maybe I just want to lay on the couch, but my presence is there and I'm showing that I believe in you and I believe in your growth and I love seeing it.
It is. It's called King's Accountability Group. And fact be told, a lot of times we're talking about being accountable, not just to each other, but to ourselves, to that person looking back at you in the mirror. This opportunity, this weekend, was an opportunity for the men to actually show their accountability to their wives. They wanted to say, babe, I want you to see and hear and witness the caliber of men that I meet with every single week. And I need you to know that when they see this, when you see them, and when you see who I hang out with, that's a deposit in the trust bank. The Gottman Institute talks a lot about a sound relationship house. And one of the walls upon which this house is built is trust. Mm-hmm. And within that trust, we talk about actually creating shared memories, shared traditions and so forth. This is a tradition that's we look forward to. Mm-hmm. She doesn't go there just to be around the other lionesses that are there. She looks forward to she'll tell you one of the greatest moments that she had there was meeting Sleep.
Oh.
Meeting one of my king brothers, one of my CAG brothers.
That made my whole weekend. I had never met him before, but I heard so much about him. And the day before, I was just asking Lovey, was he there? Or there was another gentleman who was sitting with us, and I wondered. I thought that maybe I was like, is that him? And Lovey's like, no, that's not him. And I was like, I want to see him. Never seen him, never talked to him, anything. But I just had I want to see him. I want to shake his hand. I want to give him a hug. And Sunday was the picnic, and I happened to walk up to the table, and I'm looking to see what I wanted to eat, and Sleep was standing there talking to Rich, and they were discussing some relationship stuff. Rich was pouring into him, and
just so you know, Sleep's name is Omar.
Okay,
his nickname.
Omar.
That's his boys called him that growing up, and so we've adopted that. But his name is Omar.
So, and then Rich said, "You could ask Rana, such and such, whatever." And then he and the three of us were talking, and then Rich went on and he was doing something else, and so he and I continued the conversation. And at the end, he was like, "Well, I don't want to hold you up, and I know you want to get back over there to your the ladies and everything." He goes, "But my name is Omar, but they call me Sleep." And I was just like, "Oh my God! I was just talking about you the other day." I was like, "Can I hug you?" That totally made my day. I was just cheesing from the rest of the time, like.
And to understand the significance of Omar, of Sleep. One of the unfortunate things, I don't know if it's fortunate. It's unfortunate.
It's unfortunate.
But there's a blessing to be in a group like this. There are 4 of us that I'm aware of within our group that have had our sons murdered, taken away from us. And the year before, actually the month before our son Kalen was murdered, Sleep's son was murdered. He was out with some friends, and anyway, I'm not going to tell the story, but his son was taken. And in May of 2023, I went to the memorial service. I drove out to the Bay Area to give him support, just to be a brother. And there's a picture of us just really embracing. It was a really strong embrace. And then I'm there to support him. And then almost to the day, 1 month later, our son was taken away from us.
Same situation.
Exact same situation. Similar situation.
Well, yeah.
And and we've bonded ever since then. So Sleep and I have talked. We've helped each other travel this road of loss. Mm-hmm. Unfortunately, the gentleman that she was talking about that was sitting with us, Larry's son was also taken. Not in that same proximity as far as time is concerned, but his son was taken as well. Mm-hmm. And it was mentioned. So she was like, "Oh, is that Omar? Is that Sleep?"
Yeah, I was like, "Is that who y'all call Sleep?"
And there's another gentleman in our group as well who lost his son many years ago. And I say that because it's environments like this where we didn't know. I mean, we didn't gravitate to it. As a matter of fact, we were in CAG when all this went down. We were in King's Accountability Group when we lost our sons, at least Omar and I. And the beauty of this is that the blessing is that as he and Snooks had a conversation, he texted me this morning, and he asked me a question about something that she had mentioned. It's an acronym that we talk about.
Right. And we were talking relationship stuff and never knowing again who he was until he said that. And I was just like, I just got to hug you. I mean,
So he forgot one part of it and he wanted some clarification. So being the man that I am, I called my wife just to verify that I had it straight too.
I'm glad that he did.
And shared it with him. And then he shared a really nice message about the significance of the weekend. Mm-hmm. And not just us, but the other men that he spoke with about relationships, and truly, truly was grateful. And therein lies the importance of being around other couples, even if you're single. We know that we have an audience out there of single individuals, both men and women. And if you say that you want a relationship, I'm not saying you got to walk away from all your single friends, but what I am saying is that get in the company of people that you respect that have a strong relationship. Mm-hmm. Observe them, learn from them, ask them about their ups, their downs, what got them through certain things. And I'm not saying you have to mimic them, but I will say that, take notes, mental notes, whatever it may be, to find out, okay, that's something I can definitely do. That speaks to me. Oh, well, you know what, I don't know if that would work for me, but figure it out. But be in the presence of them, because if you're with the right ones, you're going to glean some nuggets that are going to help you to become the person that you need to be, so that you can attract that individual that God has in store for you.
Yeah, I mean, kind of piggybacking on what you're saying, it's like for me, or the importance of it is like I got to meet him for the first time, but to see again many others that encourage him and that challenge him and that hold him account. When I'm saying him, I'm talking about Lovey, that encourage him, challenge him, and also hold him accountable. Because these brothers, when I say they hold him accountable, they hold each other accountable. Is any given day, somebody will call and ask Top, especially. He is very good at that when Lovey's like, he's Coach Top.
He's a fitness coach.
Fitness is very
living proof 365.
And he's very serious about it. But
he's like Debo, right? So when Debo come through and gonna snatch your chain, don't be eating some chips. don't have some high caloric, non-nutrient dense food around you. Top rolls through like, "What's up, Craig? What's up with them chips?"
What's up with them chips? He even said something to me one time about some salad. I was like, "It's salad." He goes, "Those are empty calories." I just looked at him. I was like, "If you don't get away from me, go away somewhere, but all in love." But that's the thing about knowledge too, right? I'm doing great, so I want you to do great also. So that's how it is. But before we could, because we could go on and on,
Sure.
let's get to some more.
Oh yeah, there's some more couples.
Yeah, there's a few more couples that y'all can see.
Get your pen out, take some notes, listen to what they're saying, because like some of these everybody here is dropping some nuggets.
I feel like that. Yep.
And if you are interested in actually learning, gentlemen, if you're interested in learning more about King's Accountability Group, go ahead and drop your information, or not your info, but ask the question in the comments. Or you can email me at info@marriedintocrazy.com. And if you really want to get to know them, you need to get you and your spouse or you and your significant other that have been together for a very long time and come to the Married Into Crazy Winter Ball and Marriage Conference
you'll meet 'em.
in Sacramento, February 5th and 6th, 2027. Tickets are on sale right now, and they are actually moving. We got a VIP level. We got the traditional level. We've got different things that you can choose from, but the tickets are moving.
Okay, so now we're going to look at some more video.
Roll it.
3, 2.
Thank y'all for stopping by. Can you tell us your names and where you're from?
My name is Sharday Avents, and I am from South Carolina, Columbia, South Carolina.
Alonzo Avents from Portsmouth, Virginia, but we live in Columbia, South Carolina now.
And how long have y'all been married?
It'll be 14 years in September.
14 years in September?
Yeah.
So this is a CAG reunion weekend. So tell me, in your own words, each of you, what it means to be here with each other at this event.
Go ahead.
So for me, this is a full circle moment because I was in CAG before Alonzo was in CAG, actually. It was called BU University, and that's where I met the great gentlemen who have poured into my husband, who have been a brother, mentor, all the things that he's needed in the time that he's needed. And they've also been and done that for me. And it's just really like a family reunion. And I'm grateful that not only God saw fit for us to be a part of this community, but that he positioned us around men that value accountability, they value family, they value your finances and freedom, because this is an opportunity. This is just a launch pad for all of us.
That's good. For me, it is, hold on. Let me make sure this, I talk low, y'all. Let me make sure y'all got this. So for me, I can say a lot. I'll say for this group and to be here with my wife, for one, we don't get enough time together. So that piece, that's a huge piece. Other than that, like my wife said, I got introduced to Brother Ernie, boom. And then also Brother Eli Rivera, because I told my wife I was looking for a group of men that I could look up to and run with. I was like, I don't have anybody in my friend group that has the same type of ambitions, the same type of drive that I have, and I need a community for that. She was like, I know 2 guys I can introduce you to, Ernie and Eli. She introduced me to Ernie and Eli, got invited to CAG, and just like she said, has had mentorship, guys that I'm looking up to, sideways to, and helping up as well. It's been a phenomenal thing. So I get quality time with my wife, I get to see my brothers in person, experience the environment, right? Get recharged, poured back into, and really just enjoy the space, cut loose. So it's been a blessing.
Fantastic. Look, we appreciate you, and I'll tell you, I'll speak on behalf of Eli and myself. We're better for having you here with us as well.
Appreciate that, bro.
All right, hey, listen, thank you for stopping in. Look, I know the party's going strong. Get back in there. Your wife is just dying to get in there dancing.
Get a move. Let me see it.
Show us what you're going to do on the dance floor.
Hey.
That's what I'm talking about. All right, y'all. Thanks for stopping by.
Appreciate it.
Thank y'all. Okay, fam, how are we today?
Fabulous.
Good.
Fantastic. I'm hanging from a ceiling here, so I appreciate you even asking. We are here at the Married Into Crazy KAG convention. We are here.
I love it. So give us your name, tell us where you're from, and how long you've been married.
Terrell and Courtney Muhammad. We are from the Bay Area, California, or San Francisco, California, and we've been married 23 years.
23 years!
And I'm still only 25.
I
Somehow the math is
we was 12 when y'all got
married,
married,
right?
right?
The math is mathing just right.
Yeah.
Events like this is what keeps us strong.
Amen.
Absolutely.
So the question is, so everyone's been kind of telling us what it means to be a part of CAG, And CAG, of course, is King's Accountability Group. It's an international organization of men that come together to support each other in a variety of different ways, business, spiritually, physically. So, but you're here as a couple, and I'm curious, why is it important for the two of you to be here representing as a married couple?
You know, CAG has taught me personally how to really increase and understand my values and principles. Really what we call our MVPs, our morals, values, and principles, to really help us engage and understand. Look, before I got into CAG, I didn't really understand what studying married couples mean. But my wife said one day, look, we got to watch this podcast called Married into Crazy. And not only did we watch it, we had to study it. So I felt like I was going back to school. So praise God for Married into Crazy and KAG.
Well, I love KAG. My husband is one of the presidents for KAG, and as a supportive spouse, I like to help out in any way I can because they are supporting men to be stronger men, and there's nothing better than that.
I love it. Okay, y'all done this before, right?
No, this is the first time.
Okay, we'll go with that. Okay.
Fantastic.
Catch that new episode on Married into Crazy. We see you on the next one. Get it.
Get it. All right, y'all. Thank you. Enjoy your evening.
So good evening, y'all. Thank you all for coming, stopping by. Could you tell us your name and where you're from?
My name is Joe Cannon from Oakland, California.
Cynthia Cannon, also from Oakland, California.
And how long have you all been married?
20 years.
Hey.
That's amazing. That's amazing. Look, I know that you came here not just to participate and be a part of the King's Accountability Group celebration, the gala. Word has it that, actually, I'm not even going to lie. We just heard you, Dr. Joe Cannon. You just delivered the keynote, and it was amazing. You said a lot of things about being on mission, right, in life. But I'd like to hear what it means to have a mission for your marriage.
Well, hey, same thing. The mission has to be so important that no matter how the hardships come, you stay focused on that goal. So in marriage, we say what, till death do us part. So no matter what challenges come our way in our lives, we got to keep on pressing forward and keep on loving on each other to get to that mission and make sure we here until death do us part.
So for me, for us, we have been together so long, since we were 16, 17, our foundation, if we didn't have that word in us, we would crumble. So it's important for us to continue to stay in that word, continue to stay prayed up. And like I said, no matter what those hurdles are, you stay in the word and the prayer, and we're going to keep going.
So having said that, what makes it important for you all to be here together as a couple at the CAG reunion?
What makes it important for us to be here at the CAG?
As a couple, yes.
Oh, definitely. Well, you want to go first?
Let's see. I don't remember which CAG I went to. I don't know who said it, but it was, if you don't date your wife, somebody else will date your wife. And to get that time, it is important to come to these events, to get that, to step away from all that busy, that hustle and bustle of the world, and to come together and be you, the couple, the one.
Amen. And with myself, it's good to be with CAG and see other couples here as well, and just to see their interaction and everything like that, because we all go through some things, so when you hear other people's stories and other people's testimonies, it also helps you look at yourself and your marriage and say, okay, we ain't the only ones go through that type thing. So it's great to be a part of King's Accountability Group because it shows accountability and we keep each other, hold each other accountable as well.
That's fantastic. Look, we appreciate you stopping by and spend some time with us. But look, the music is going. Get back in there. Do your thing. Hey! Party starting right now. All right, y'all. Thank you. Enjoy yourselves.
Yes, sir.
You tell us when the go is.
Tell me when to go. Go ahead.
Okay.
Tell me when to go. Tell me when to go. All right, here we go. We're getting started. So, hey, look, can you tell us your name and where you're from?
Ladies first.
My name is Davina Hanser, and I'm from Concord, California.
Concord?
Yes.
That's where you
My
reside.
name is Terrence Hanser, Coach Top. We live in Concord. We from the San Francisco area. Fillmore, Hunters Point.
Okay, fantastic. Representing. Hey, look, so this is, as you can hear in the background, it's a festive event. This is the King's Accountability Group Family Reunion. It's an annual event that takes place where men come from all over the United States to really come together and just really celebrate you know, the brotherhood of lifting each other up. But I've noticed a lot of people like yourself are here with their other half, with their spouses. The question is, why is it important for you to come to events like this with your spouse?
Oh, that's a great question. For balance.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Balance. We all don't mingle the same. We all don't interact the same. So we need that balance with our wives and our husbands to bring strength and softness to the event. That's my answer.
I love it.
That's our answer.
Okay, so
Oh.
sis,
Our answer.
no, I want you. If that's y'all's answer, I want you to say the same thing he said. Why is it important for you to be here
Well,
with
it's important
Mr.
for
Balance?
me to be here to support my man, right? This is his group of guys, his group of people that he hang out with and he socializes with and everything. And this means a lot to him. So I'm here supporting him. Is what I'm doing.
Every king needs a queen.
That man.
Every queen needs a king.
Hey, I love that part.
Man.
Hey,
She's your queen. Look,
and
sorry
don't
for those of
forget
you that are
that
listening.
She likes to
I'm
get
so
dressed up
sorry.
a lot.
Hey, that works too.
She likes to get dressed up a lot.
Hey, I'm not mad at it. As we queens should, right?
Yes.
Hey, say
All right,
less.
this is going a direction I don't want to go. But look, it's turned into shopping. Look, hey, thank you for stopping by. Enjoy the rest of your evening.
Yes.
Thank you so much
you
for having
guys.
us.
Of
Shouts out
course.
to MIC, man. And the
Thank
crazy
you.
Snooks and Lovey, look them up. Let's go.
Let's go.
Oh, sorry. Anyway, so hey y'all, thank you for stopping by. Can
Absolutely.
you tell us your names and where you're from?
Well, my name is Ron Gane. I'm from San Francisco, but I reside in Fairfield, California. What's your name?
My name is Ronette Porter, and I live in Ronette Porter, and I'm from Vallejo.
Like that, Ronette. I'm Ronna. There's a thing going on.
I'm not a Rana, but I'm like Rana's husband. So I'm
You can be
I'm
included.
adjacent.
You can be
I
included with the cool kids. Okay.
I'm Rana Jason. Look, you are at the King's Accountability Group annual celebration, right? This is the family reunion, and you're here together. And what I would love to hear is, why was it so important for you two to be here as a couple? And what does it mean to be here, representing as a couple? Well, this is a men's group. Why? I guess what I'm getting at is, with this being a men's group, why is it important for you two to be here as a couple representing?
Well, from my perspective, I wanted her to see what it was like to be surrounded around by a support system that was 100% consistent and 100% been there for me since I started my growth, right? So it was important for her to really see everybody around me that added value. So I wanted her to be part of that as we grew.
That's good. Ronnie?
Well, I definitely wanted to support him, first of all. He means the world to me, so I wanted to be here to support him and see all the amazing people that helped him become the man that he is today.
That's fantastic. Look, we appreciate you stopping in. I know the party's going strong in there, and you took a little time to come out and chat with us. Look, bless Ron as one of the main characters for King's Accountability Group. We are blessed to have you here, and we're thankful. You're being pulled in 15 different directions at once, and we're grateful that you stopped by to chat with us today.
We're so proud of you. So proud of the organization. Everything is great.
Keep doing what you're doing with P2K.
Yes.
It's spreading.
Yes.
I love it.
All right, you take care, y'all.
Married into crazy forever, y'all.
That's right.
And we're back.
We're back.
We hope you enjoyed that, because I'm excited because those are my guys.
Yeah. But so them being your guys is another thing. You talk about what we're talking about with the King's Accountability Group and the reunion. It wasn't just an event. King's Accountability is a community, right? And so you said it before, like the wives, some of the wives, they get together. We kind of congregate together and we have our own shared experiences and stuff. And some of the wives have even branched off into doing their own Queen's Accountability Group. I was part of that for a little bit, I think for about a year. But unfortunately for me, they meet because it spans coast to coast, the time to meet was like 7 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. And during that time, I was still working on my master's. And it was just too overwhelming for me. But there are women who got together and, they still get together and they have their own accountability group. even without having that group, there are some women who we have each other's phone numbers and we keep in touch. We do lunch. I mean, so we've developed our own relationships outside of the men. Now it's just not the King's accountability group or even the Queen's accountability group. Now those are my sisters, those are my friends, you know, and we check up on one another. We give encouragement, you know, bounce stuff off of each other. So they created another community with outside of their community, and that's another beautiful thing about it. So we had our own little reunion also some way.
You know what I love about that? And we're going to close out on this.
Are we? Because I got something else I want to say.
Okay, well, we'll let you go say your thing. Say your piece, say your thing, do
I
your
will,
dance.
I
Do your
will.
dance. Or so, like you saw some of them. Can I do my dance? Can I do my dance?
Go
Shout out to Rich.
Go, Rich.
No, but the thing is, you said something that I thought was really interesting. I know that there are a lot of look. We've all been to the family barbecues. We've all been to the, Thanksgiving gatherings, the Christmas gatherings, and at times, at some point, we've either witnessed it or been a part of it, where the men will go off in one area and they're talking and they're playing, whatever, and the women go off in another area, and sometimes there's gossip that takes place. No, seriously. She's laughing because she knows it's true. But there's gossip that's going on.
Let the men start, but go ahead.
No, but there's things that happen. But that's always negative.
Mm-hmm.
What I love about this is, it's funny because I set up this pop-up tent, on the day of the park. And it was supposed to be a spot where I'm setting up some chairs for me. My brother-in-law is part of this. My brother-in-law is part of this organization as well. So he and sis were there. And so I got these chairs and I brought extra chairs and I never got to sit in it because
brother, here you go.
These women all migrated to our little pop-up and they were all in there. So I couldn't participate. So I had to go hang with the fellas on the hard benches, right?
It's
I had to go over there.
King's accountability.
So anyway,
go be with the Kings.
I was trying to be with my fam.
Go be great.
So anyway, but there was a time I went over and I'll try to get my little ear hustle on, just playing around. And it was amazing because, the men are having these discussions about a variety of different things in life and challenges or whatever. But these women were lifting each other up. They were talking about I didn't hear challenges, but they were talking. All I heard was encouragement. There was so much encouragement that was going on. And you just made me think right now that one of the added benefits is that when we come together like this type of environment, that it's about being in the room, but it's like the price of admission is to be this positive. The price of admission is positivity. And you've got to guard who you're around. And I can look at this entire weekend and know that I am so much stronger, so much richer, so much better for just being in the room with these individuals and entrusting my wife to them as well.
What is that saying? Show me the community or company you keep, and I'll tell you who you are.
Yep.
And so with that, I'm all for him getting on those calls. I mean, they're 7:30 in the morning, Pacific Standard Time, and Lovey is on them like clockwork. We got something to do. He'd be like, I'm putting my earpiece on. When we were advertising or going to do advertisement for the ball, we had to go to the radio station at 6:00. On the way back from 6 a.m. and on the way back, he put his earpiece in and he was like, I'm gonna be on my call because it's serious. It means something to him. And I appreciate that. And I love that about him and also the men who he's in this group with. I call them my little brothers. Every one of them I hug. I'm like, hey, little brother, give him a hug and everything because it's just, I see the man. He's already a great man. But he's amongst these other great men whom I know that if anything was to ever happen to him, they would be right there. They would just be like, okay, we got you right. And they have been. I'm saying, but if you weren't available or whatever, they have you, so it's not just about even just that community. It's like, he and we talked about the reunion, the weekend, all the way home. That's a deeper understanding and of shared experience that we had, that we have now. So those are memories that we'll always remember, and they're good and they're fun memories because it was with couples who we love to hang out with, and they were building each other. We are all building each other up and laughing and whatever. And maybe even some of us talked about some of the challenges that we have, but we did it with the strongness and the supportiveness and the uplifting that we give each other.
Yeah, absolutely. There were kings that, just because of the nature of what we do, get pulled off to the side. It's like, hey, can I talk to you real quick? And so we bend each other's ear, and I offer up the best advice I possibly can, or provide some resources for these individuals to use at their own discretion. But I will say this, that, if there's a man that's listening to us right now, or if there's a woman that that your man, like if you listen to one of those clips, one of the husbands, Zoe, went to his wife and says, hey, I want to be around a higher caliber of men, people that I know that I can run with. Who do you know? He consulted his wife to find out, and she put him in touch with Eli and myself. And we were like, look, we don't have the bandwidth to do one-on-one, but you know what? Let me tell you about our group. And he's like, I'll do you one better. I won't just bring you one accountability partner. I'll bring you an entire den of lions, a group of men that will stand behind you and lift you up every step of the way. And if you're listening to this and you're thinking, you know what? My husband needs that, or my fiance needs that. Or if you're one of the fellas and you're like, you know what, I'd love to learn more about this. Don't think that we came here and we had our act together, or that everybody's perfect. It's not like that at all. Look, I was bedside Baptist when I first heard. As a matter of fact, I got invited to this 3 times and turned them down. I was like, nah, that's not for me. I don't even want to do this. And then when I finally did do it, when I finally said, let me at least check it out, I really was bedside Baptist, laying in the bed with the earpiece in my ear, just listening. Went from that to sitting up. Went from that to let me go downstairs so I can respond too. And it was one of those things where the more I did, the more I got involved. I was like, you know what? I got to give back because I'm getting so much from them. So much so that now I even participate in weekdays, 5 a.m. We have a Wake Your Game Up call that Ron Gay actually runs, one of the brothers. And there's a handful of guys. There's one on the East Coast, there's one on the West Coast, where we get up to say, you know what, Sunday isn't enough to be around these guys. We need to actually get up and start our day every day with each other to be uplifted, because the world's harsh. There's a lot going on out there. And in order to be the husbands that we want to be the men that we want to be the fathers that we want to be, we recognize that, you know what, I can't just do it once a week. It's just like being in the Word, just like going to church. Just because you go to church and then you hear the Word one day doesn't necessarily make you a strong Christian or give you a strong relationship with Christ. You got to get in the Word on a daily basis, have that conversation with God on a daily basis. Same thing goes for His creation, for the brothers that He put beside you. So anyway, I'm not going to sit here and
no, go ahead.
preach more. What were you going to say?
No, you wasn't going to sit there and preach. You was preaching already, brother. Listen, so just my little perspective. Healthy men build healthy families. And I get the benefit of all the healthy men, how they pour into Him. That is the benefit that I get. I get that. So that is something that we want for all of our couples to, and maybe you don't have the accessibility to a King's Accountability group or something like that. Get around some positive people as a group, as couples. As iron sharpens iron, we as couples should be sharpening each other, right? So that's what this was, not just that, but that's what this is about also.
Absolutely. So look, if you want to learn more, reach out. But until the next time,
be blessed. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you for listening to the Married into Crazy podcast with Snooks and Lovey. Please like, subscribe to, and review the show wherever you access it, and tell a friend about us. Visit marriedintocrazy.com and see how Snooks and Lovey can bless your marriage directly.